take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. You made it. It's the morning show here on Stock Market TV. Spencer, JC. We do have Strazza here. Well, not here, but he'll be here, or so I'm told. We got Louie Sykes because it's Crypto Friday. That's what we'll do. We got Kenny Glick on the show, and that's what's going on. So let's bring the charts on the screen, talk about things, and see where their morning takes us, shall we? Let's smash that like too. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Good to be back, Mr. Spencer Israel.
Yes.
It is
You
nice.
know what? Do you find that it usually takes a full day from when you are out gallivanting to get back into it and catch up on the things you missed and then feel like you're back to square one again?
Yeah, I mean, I woke up this morning feeling like I got hit by a truck. You know,
I don't blame you. I don't know how you did it yesterday. Honestly, I'm very impressed.
I mean, and I don't really wake up feeling like I got hit by a truck. I don't really party that much these days, and I've been exercising a lot, so I've been actually feeling pretty damn good. So it takes a toll. I mean, the red eye the night before, and then I don't eat and drink as much as I did in California with the fellas. We ate a lot. We drank a lot. Speaking of eating and drinking a lot, here's our chief culinary officer.
I was saying to Spencer yesterday, I was like, I don't understand how or why JC does this. So he took a red eye home and then works a full day Thursday. Like, we were together in San Diego Wednesday night. I just flew out in the morning. It's tough, because you're meeting people, you're talking to people, you're doing the presentations, you're trying to keep up with work at the same time. Then we spent a full day in the studio. No, I hear you.
I mean, listen, some people got it, and some people don't,
Yeah, but it's also just like, isn't it unnecessary? I don't know.
No, when you have responsibilities, you can't just lose an entire day traveling. You'll see one day.
Listen, it's
Even
not
when
good.
I had fewer responsibilities, I
I
still didn't want to waste the whole day traveling. I'd rather red eye it. I'm a good sleeper. That's the difference between Strazza and me. I can't stay awake on an airplane. Strazza can't fall asleep on an airplane.
It's frustrating. All right, we got a lot to talk about.
All right, hit it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Dow futures up 100 points this morning. How are we feeling about that? New all-time highs here, 42,700 for the Dow. S&P 500 up about 1/3%. 58.66 for the S&P. Nasdaq 100 futures up 40 basis points. 20,460. 30-year bond futures are flat, just under 119. Crude oil up 1%, just under 71. Copper flat, 435. Gold down 1/3%, 27.40. Silver down 2/3%, 33.5. With the volatility index still right around 19, which is pretty impressive as far as I'm concerned. You guys messed up my settings here, so I don't have. I guess Bitcoin is flat on the day, 68,000. You guys totally screwed up my settings. So
Trading View.
Yeah, I had one list on TradingView that I would go through. Either way, Ethereum flat on the day, 2540, and then we got the total crypto market cap, 2.275 trillion, and the BTC dominance still up there. Wow, up above 59% for BTC dominance. In other words, Bitcoin representing 59% of all of the total crypto market cap. Can we start with what I think is the most interesting chart?
Solana.
Yes, actually.
Did I guess it?
But You guessed it, but the you didn't specify the denominator.
Oh, you're
Spencer
looking at,
Israel, can you throw up the actual flippening? There it is. There it is.
wow.
How are we feeling about that?
I still have some Ethereum, but so much less than I started with. I try to treat Binance, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana as like the blue chip anchors to my portfolio, but I've been using Ethereum as like an
Hold on,
ATM.
can you say that again for the boomers at home? Go ahead. What were these blue chip anchors you speak of?
The vast majority of my crypto exposure comes down to 4 blue chip anchors. It's the 4 largest cryptos. It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, and Solana. Solana's the vast majority of that. I try to own outsized positions in all those. Ethereum has been so frustrating. I've been going to Ethereum, using it as an ATM, and converting it to the altcoins that I want to buy instead of putting in more cash to buy the alts. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe maybe that's the end of the underperformance from Ethereum. But this has been going on for a long time, JC, and it doesn't look like it's stopping based on this chart.
How about this bad boy right here? This one, the Tesla, ripping in everyone's face.
This is great.
The libs are not happy about this one.
I'm so happy about this one.
Well, I know you're happy about this one because you're not
nothing to
dumb
do with
enough to let you're not
Hmm?
one of these idiots who let their politics get in front of their portfolio decisions. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what a serial killer you need to be to let your politics get into the way of making money, or worse, fighting trends because you don't like the CEO of a company? Oh, what an idiot you got to be. Oh.
So speaking of planes, while JC's sleeping, I'm like doom scrolling on Instagram and Twitter. Elon Musk is really on one these days. He's putting out like 100 tweets a day, it seems like. I can't even get through his feed. See the thing with him and Mark Cuban?
No.
Mark Cuban's a really bright guy. I was just listening to an interview he did last week on HBO. But yeah, billionaire feuds. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. What will the October surprise be? Isn't that coming up? Don't we get one really, really soon?
The way I learned it is you want to buy in October and get yourself sober. So I don't know what kind of surprises. I don't know what all he's talking about. October surprises. That's pretty dumb. Okay. So the libs got smoked. Nothing better than watching these guys get their faces ripped off. Well deserved for being dummies. Now let's make fun of the Republicans.
Yeah, but JC, how come Tesla's not seeing some sort of election bid like the other Trump stocks and Trump stock groups?
I don't know. Can you let's make fun of the Republicans now, right? Enough picking on the libs. Let's pick on the Republicans, right? So the Republicans think that Disney is too woke because I think they have like Black Disney princess or something. I don't know what they did, but they're really pissing off the Republicans.
That was like 3 years ago, man.
Republicans, they just don't want to go to Disney. Like, listen, I know conspiracy theorists, flat earther Republicans. I know those types. They do not like Disney. And when I see a top like this and I see these angry Republicans, man, I'm thinking that they're gonna get squeezed. Strazza. How many? Forget the Republicans being angry, right? Assuming that's not even the case. Just the top formation here in a bellwether that is Walt Disney. But then you got the catalyst of the angry Republicans. Even better.
I have a question for you guys. I'm going on a podcast later, doing some interview with some people about election trades, right? And I probably won't talk about this one because I think that's very much over. And I probably won't talk about Tesla either. It's really the groups, right? Like, sure, Budweiser, Disney, like we make them, we provide political situations and stories around them, but they're not trading with any elections. Even Tesla's not. I would think Tesla probably should because Elon Musk will probably get a nice position in the Trump administration, and that could only be positive for the companies that he runs, not just Tesla. But you're not seeing it in the stock yet. So I'm more interested in the ones that already made moves because those could unwind if there's a surprise. Then on top of that, I would love to ask you guys, what is the greatest American brand of all time?
Coke.
It's a great answer.
Greatest American brand of all time, McDonald's.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah. Coke is a good one, Spencer. But
great.
when you think Americans, you just think really fat and obese.
Yep.
And
That's Coke.
no, I know. To your point. I'm with you. But McDonald's is even more that.
It's more obnoxious. When you go to other countries, you can't not see it. You got to go into like a convenience store and then find the fridge to see the Coke. But McDonald's, the arches are everywhere. Like anywhere you go.
That's right.
Willie said a good one too, because Disney's on the short list for that as well, for sure. But Nike's got an interesting situation. People are wearing Nike shoes all around the world.
Yeah.
PJ, Budweiser's not even an American company. So
yeah, no, it's no longer an American brand.
No. Well, so it by definition can't be the American brand.
It's an American brand. They're not owned by Americans at the moment, but
so by definition, not an American brand.
Betting on failed tops and great American brands has been a fantastic strategy.
It really has. It really has. Shout out Strazza. All right. Speaking of great American brands, when eliminate the obesity of the United States and all these fat fucks eating their McDonald's, and let's talk about real American brands that are actually changing the world, Mr. Strazza. Is this now the greatest American brand? Or is it more like Apple or Microsoft?
I think it'd be the greatest American company measured by market cap soon. Look at this thing. How good is this?
Look at those Fibonacci extension levels. Can you believe it? So I was wearing the Fibonacci as my homeboy t-shirt at a 4-year-old's birthday party the other day, just minding my own business.
Yeah.
And some lady's like, oh, Fibonacci. You know that there's like this sequence in mathematics. And I was like on a 40-hour fast, so I couldn't think straight. And I was just kind of like looking right through her, like if she was a ghost. And she's like, oh, you've never heard of it. And do I really want to be going down this rabbit hole on a 4-year-old's birthday party talking about Fibonacci extensions with some random lady who's trying to mansplain Fibonacci to me? And I was like, oh yeah, the sequence. She's like, I was like, like the golden ratio 1.618, and then she just walked away. She's like,
so why did she think you were wearing a shirt with Fibonacci on it if you didn't know who or what he was
because
about?
I think my reaction, because I was in this daze, I think my reaction kind of insinuated that I had no idea. Okay. To her for credit.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have done the same. I am so ready to not talk about markets for the next 2 days.
I saw that you were emailing back and forth with Linzen and FinChat. I missed the presentation. Do you want to give me the 3-second explanation of what happened?
Yeah, sure. Just reading my emails.
No, I didn't. Great. But I saw some back and forth and some decks. I didn't see the deck. But what should I know?
So the real reason I wanted the deck is Braden is big into, and we'll get him on. We'll get him on because they've done a lot more new and cool things since we last had him on. But also, he really breaks down stocks that he's researching in an excellent way. And he focuses on monopoly businesses or duopoly businesses. So similar to how we have a list of investors that we follow for the hot corner, he has a list of investors who just, their business is buying and holding monopoly businesses over the long run. So he kind of went through that, and he was talking about insider stuff. You should flip through his deck. That along with, I thought 11th Estate was great. Those were two of my favorite presentations that I probably wasn't expecting. So Braden did a great job.
Nice. Good. I wanted to throw up one more chart. Well, on the NVIDIA, just to stick with this one for one more second. What are we thinking here? Are we thinking they got their earnings when? 2 weeks?
NVIDIA? No, they're off cycle.
They're late. They're mid-November.
Yeah, they're mid-November. I'll tell you when they are.
I mean, it's still a few weeks
away. I feel like they just had them. I feel like we just did it. We just did an NVIDIA earnings.
It's just time flies when you're having fun.
We did.
If you're not having fun in a bull market, when the hell are you going to have any fun?
I think they reported late August.
It's November 20th.
November 20th. There were people there in California over the last couple of days that just were not having any fun at all. It's a bull market, Strazza. You got to enjoy yourself.
I don't even pay. I don't even see those people. I look right through. I don't even notice.
Did we have fun, Strazza?
No one has more fun than us.
Dude, Herb Greenberg was at the studio a couple days ago, and he's like, JC, I'm 72 years old. He looks great, by the way, for 72.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Herb Greenberg looks great. So good for him. So he's like, JC, at my age, I'm just trying to have fun. And I look over to Giancarlo and he's holding a bottle of champagne. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, Giancarlo, do we have any fun around here?
That was the best story of Future Proof. What happened there?
So
The
this is really
miscommunication.
funny. So okay, I'll tell the story and then I'll let you guys go. So
Okay.
I'm on my way to the studio Wednesday morning, and I'm meeting Herb Greenberg there. So I have Giancarlo open it up for us because I don't have the key. It's like a code or whatever. So I'm texting him. Me and Herb will be there at 8 and at 8 a.m. So I walk in and it's like 8:05, and I'm like shooting the shit with Giancarlo, like waiting for Herb, and he throws me a bag of weed. Like a whole bag of weed. And I was like, it's a little early, but we'll put it aside or whatever. And then
he didn't know.
He goes to the fridge and he brings out a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon, like
Oh,
a full-bodied red wine and a bag of weed. I'm like, Giancarlo, it's Wednesday at 8 a.m. Like, are you trying to kill me? Like,
I see where this is going.
I'm like, even for me, this is very aggressive. Like,
No, because when JC said be at studio with Herb, he thought JC meant herb. So he's like, I guess we're partying this morning.
So Giancarlo thinks I meant herb when I meant, obviously, Herb, as in Herb Greenberg. So Giancarlo's like, all right, Cabernet, and we're, 8 a.m. I was like, damn, Giancarlo. This is, because like for me, like, I'll party, but this was a very full-bodied red wine for breakfast on a Wednesday.
We slept over his house that night. He was low energy. We're like, Giancarlo, what's going on? He's like, I've been drinking since 8 a.m.
Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Herb Greenberg, seriously, shout out Herb. He's coming on the show.
He'll be on the show about a month from now.
I love his. Why a month?
He's going away.
That's right. He's going away. Yeah, he's going away for 3 weeks. That's hilarious. All right, guys, listen. You guys have a good show. Try not to get us canceled. Adios.
What was I going to say?
Today?
What?
Do we have a Louie today?
We have a Louie. We have a Louie here. Yep. I appreciate Giancarlo's willingness and dedication to the bit of, you want to party at 8 a.m.? All right, I guess we're gonna party at 8 a.m. I would have said no, but
Giancarlo is one of like the best hosts ever, right? Because we're always like giving studio tours. People are stopping by and working at the studio, not just like people at All Star Charts or Stock Market Media, but like we'll tell our buddies, hey, go work at the studio, right? So he's like always hosting, and he's just fantastic at it. You walk in, hey, you need a drink, you want a coffee, what can I do? Want some weed? He's just great host.
All right,
get Louie on. I got to go get my McDonald's.
Oh my God. All right. And he's gone. All right. I guess it's time for Louie. And then after that, we'll bring Kenny on. Let me find my Louie. Louie, I can't have to find your bumper. I don't know where it is. I'm always moving stuff around. There it is.
Got my fingers on the post, avocado and toast, leather seats, jet plane, always ready to go.
All right. Louie.
Morning, guy.
What's up?
It's lovely to be talking to you on this Friday morning.
/ Saturday night or Saturday morning.
Saturday night, 2 a.m. here. Saturday night, there's not a better way to spend my Saturday night than talking about charts.
Appreciate it. How are things, man? How you doing? Good.
Fantastic. Absolutely great.
All right.
It's a long weekend here in New Zealand. It's a Labor weekend, so going to get out, do some hiking, get on the water.
Does that mean you have like federal holiday on like Monday or something?
Yeah, Monday. Yeah, so
nice.
It's a 3-day holiday. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. I purposely did not look at any of the charts you sent over this morning, so I have no idea what they are. So why don't we start by bringing one of them up and seeing where that takes us?
Sounds good.
What'd you send over? I have no clue.
Oh,
there's this guy.
Right. There's this guy. This is brand new. It's a little bit different from Crypto Friday. But there's just some of the stuff that we're working on behind the scenes here. This is a look at what we're doing with a power ranking. So what we're doing is we're looking at all these universes of ETFs, and we're having a look at what are the strongest ETFs. And so this is the one that I drafted up today, just looking at all the industry groups. So the way you can read this is it's very simple, right? It takes 10 seconds to have a look to see which are the strongest industry groups. The green ones are strong, the red ones are weak. And you can see the change in that relative performance over the last 3 months.
And you're measuring strength by what?
This is the relative strength across a variety of time frames. So the 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, 12 month, relative to the all country world index. And so you can see the change in this relative performance over the last 3 months. And so just like as an example on how to read this table, let's just start at the top. Let's just have a look at silver miners. Silver miners, 3 months ago, they were trading relatively average relative to all these other industry groups, because you can see that with the light red. But now you're seeing silver miners, in a strong green position. So that's a good sign of relative strength. And so what's another example? Going down the table, biotechs. Biotechs have been weakening from dark green to now it's light green. And so, it's just something that I thought I'd throw out, just a little bit of a change in diversion from Crypto Friday.
Yeah, these are great. These are great. I know you've been doing a few of these. This is just industry groups. You've been doing countries. You've been doing sectors. You've been doing what's is there another one you've been doing that I'm forgetting? You've been doing countries, industry groups, sectors, maybe one more. We're gonna start publishing these soon, but these are. I'm like you. I like noticing when. Like when they shift from like dark green to like red, or dark red to green, like quickly, right? Like China, which is not on there, it was in the other one, but China went from dark red to dark green, like that, right? That's kind of what I look for in those, is trying to find the ones that change quickly. Okay. Steve is complaining that is not Crypto Friday, Louie. So how dare you?
All right, let's shift the conversation then.
But he does that. He does the same situation, like the strength rankings, and applies it to the crypto universe too.
Sure.
It's just on Fridays, I only want to hear about crypto. Solana's north of 170. Things were looking really good last week. Now it's a week later. Still no range breakout, Louie. Like, would you consider it a range breakout? How do you got your line drawn up top?
I mean, for Bitcoin, we've been in this downward shaping channel, and so it's a little bit messy. If you're looking for an exact price level for a breakout, you probably want to have a look at 72,000, 73,000 if you want to have confirmation. But I'm looking kind of at this downward channel. We hit the top of this downward channel. Now we're backing off a little bit, and so now I want to see a little bit of contraction, a little bit of shaping here over the next few weeks. But generally, when you look down the cap scale, crypto is shaping up really nicely. And I think a breakout is coming. And it's a few months away.
How important are the altcoins to a breakout from some of the majors like Bitcoin or Solana? Because they still look pretty terrible, right?
They do. And so, Spencer, I want you to pull up the average drawdown chart that I put in the Slack there. And
I mean, this is just like some context. It's been a bull market for stocks. Look what's been going on here.
Womp.
I just, you guys and the chat, I want you guys just to pause right now. We're in a bull market in stocks. Stocks are at all-time highs. Things are pretty great. But the average cryptocurrency this year fell into a 70% drawdown. Like, that is just bananas. It just hasn't been a bull market in crypto whatsoever. It's been an absolute disaster. It's been a bear market. And now we've got Bitcoin here that's beginning to look at a breakout to all-time highs. And so the way that I'm thinking about this is, if you do get that successful Bitcoin breakout, you get the total crypto market cap at all-time highs, you get Bitcoin at all-time highs. What is this chart here doing? I think you're going to, see these altcoins really catch up. Clearly, we know that altcoins are high beta. They offer outsized returns in bull markets. And so I think there is a really good catch-up trade to be made here if we do get that successful breakout in Bitcoin. So
would you buy the junky ones that look more like this drawdown chart, or would you buy the Sui and the Tau and the ones that are really leading and breaking out in some cases?
I mean, you can do both. I really don't mind actually buying these coins that look like this, that have been in a really nasty drawdown, and now they're in the process of almost building out these bases. You can have a look at this average crypto drawdown chart, and I can draw a nice little multi-month base there, right? And so if we begin to see this make new multi-month highs, then like, wow, that's a pretty significant catch-up trade to be made there.
Any particular tokens on your radar that you're watching for some sort of a little altcoin catch-up?
I just did this exercise today, actually. I just went through, I've got 300 coins in a TradingView watch list. I went through all of them one by one by one by one. Wow. And there's so many coins that just look exactly like that chart there. Yep. And so, you know, you don't need to overthink it.
Just throw a dart. Throw a dart.
If only we had a basket. Huh.
Do you even build a basket, or you just buy the fucking craziest one?
I mean, hey, you're the chief YOLO officer, so of course you're going to be buying the craziest one.
My basket of altcoins is way too big. It's been weighing on my crypto portfolio all year. Way too
well, that 70% drawdown, no wonder, right?
You know, some of them have been good. Like there have been like the you know, some cases like I'm thinking of Louie right now, but the meme coins have been surprisingly good, particularly over the short and intermediate term. Someone gave a whole presentation on that at Stocktoberfest. So that's interesting. I think one way you could do it is just go buy a meme coin. Doge was ripping last week. Did you see the Doge?
Yeah.
They're talking about
Doge is moving, I think, more on the election stuff than Tesla. Tesla's not moving on the election. Tesla's moving on, you know, the guidance that they gave for earnings earlier in the week. Doge was like pow, pow, pow. Couple big sticks there.
I think Elon was pumping it as well. This is something I've also been working on. So, you know, talking about these heat maps in the previous slides. So, again, just taking a step back, I feel like the crypto community has done a terrible job of educating the public on what all these cryptocurrencies do, right? And so if you know, think about it in the stock market, if you say to someone, hey, I own a materials company, you instantly know in a split second, okay, that company's probably involved in the extraction of natural resources. Like the GICS classification system is great in the stock market, but in crypto, like there's so many frameworks that have been put forward, but they're in the parlance and in the nomenclature of crypto natives. They're using complex jargon, right? And so like one of the frameworks like has terms like cross-chain interoperability token. Like Strazza, if I said to you like, hey, I own a cross-chain operability token, you'd be like, what the fuck does that do?
Yeah.
And so, you know, what I've been working on over these last few weeks is just looking at all of these crypto classification frameworks and then simplifying, condensing it into simple to and easy to understand language. And then describing what the use case is of all those cryptocurrencies. And then from there, then we know what these cryptocurrencies do. The next question is, how do we use that information to profit? This is it. And so, you know, I've broken the crypto market into 14 key sectors. And then from there, created custom indexes and then visualize what are the strongest sectors from which you can go fishing for trade ideas.
And here's the truth about this. This is a project we've been talking about for, God, 2 years now. I remember running around all the crypto conferences in Miami a few years back, asking people for classifications and how they're basketing and stuff like that. Point is, nobody's really doing it well, or at least nobody's really taking the lead on doing it well. And you just said, you know, how do we use this information to profit? Maybe we don't yet. And it's really not about that. It's about humans and needing to know what they're buying, especially if they're buying it in size. No one's going to buy a ton of whatever you said, this cross exchange operability token if they don't understand it and know nothing about it. They're not going to make a outsized bet on something like that. But if you could tell them, this is Solana, it's a leader in crypto, this is exactly what they do, here's what smart contracts are, yada, 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 and you build that story behind the asset that you're writing about and doing your technical analysis on, it's a lot more likely that your readers or the people that you're talking to are going to feel conviction and maybe want, you know, believe in that story. It's hard to sell a bullish thesis sometimes with a chart and, hey, we don't really know what this thing is. And that's the problem with crypto. That's what most people are doing in crypto right now. So if we can provide a little bit of color behind what all of these different groups of tokens do, I think that's just pure gold, and people are going to love it.
Exactly. And just in simple and easy to understand language, you know. Hey, Spencer, where are our faces?
I want to zoom in on this chart.
I feel like a problem is people use like complex jargon to almost mask their lack of understanding of a topic. And so just taking a step back, using simple to understand language so people can actually understand, like, hey, what is this token that I'm actually investing in? And does it actually have a real use case, or is it just a token that's just going to go to zero over time? I feel like that's really helpful information. And so, that's another visual I've been working on, extending on the previous visual by breaking all these sectors down and then looking at the components within them to see what the leaders are. And so the further it is on the left, the worse it's done over the last 6 months. The further it is on the right, the better it's done over the last 6 months. And the bigger the dot, the bigger it's done over the last 1 month, so the short term. And so you can clearly see just, where the relative strength is. You can see a lot of these meme coins have been pumping. You can see on the network side of things, most of these network tokens have been terrible, but Sui is the one exception. The real world assets, Mantra has been a clear exception. Take a symbol OM, we've been long. That one's is trading at all-time highs.
The baby Doge. I forgot about
the baby Doge.
Wow.
All right, this is awesome, man. I'm dropping the link in the chat right now to Louie's free daily note where he kind of he wets your beak with all this stuff, and a lot of this stuff is for members, but he wets your beak with the free note. So I'm gonna get that in the chat right now. Louie, any final thoughts for us?
Just have a great weekend. Just get out there. I'm gonna go for some hikes, go to the beach. Just get some fresh air, step away from the charts, and it'll do you all good. So that's my advice for the weekend.
That's great advice.
Thanks a lot, Louie.
Thanks, Louie.
And there's the link.
Guys, have a good weekend.
You too.
And Louie's gone. I want to talk with Kenny Glick. He's been on fire this week. Kenny, are you still here? I hope so. I'm bringing you on because I have questions. Damn it, where's my sorry, Kenny, 1 second.
Slow to
I know, I'm like, there you go. Weird.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my club, they tug it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Hold up. Yeah.
All
Get right into it. Get right into it. It's you Pixie right now. UPXI. Let's go.
What?
Just get right into it.
No, I was going to ask you about Capri. You buying the dip this morning in Capri?
Capri? What's Capri?
What do they own? They own it's fashion. They own Versace, Jimmy Choo, Michael Kors, those guys.
We only buy worthless stocks that are announced 6,500 to 1 reverse stock splits. Let's go.
I thought I came prepared today. Capri's down 40%.
Oh, okay. I'll look at that one later. But let me show you this UPXI. Go ahead. Boom.
UPXI. What the hell are you talking? Oh,
exactly. What the hell am I talking about? We just got it right off the scanner, and we're live in the room, and we got our guys in. Look, we didn't have to buy the first one, the second one, the third one, but we got involved. VWAP, and then 850 double top break. We bought some 850, sold 950, sold 1050, and now we're seeing if it holds 950.
Oh my God, this is a $3 million company,
and I own all of it right now. No, we're down to the last 20%. Don't anybody get too excited. But if it breaks back over 1150, we're looking at 1250. Let me show you the one from yesterday, MNPR. This is why. Look at what this one did. MNPR. It started. We were like joking around at $6, and it went to 40. This is insane.
Kenny, talk to me about like UPS. Tell me about something real, man.
All right, but the pre-market is where these are the lunatic stocks gets. You get the juices flowing, and then we go back to the Coca-Colas and all that other stuff. But yeah, this is where it's at. I mean, this is 1999 all over again, and whether or not people think that's a bad thing. And anytime anybody says something about 1999 or 2000, they always think it's going to be negative, right?
But this happens every day. It's been
every day.
But this has been happening every day. I've only been, in this game for like 10 years at this point, and it's been happening every day for those 10 years. So
every day.
There's nothing new about this, right?
Right. These small cap stocks, all they need is a catalyst, and that catalyst is some bullshit news about them staying afloat, like Save. Save announced, SAVE, by the way, if you look at this one. Okay, you want to talk about sort of a real company? So they announced they're trying to save the company by firing all the pilots, firing all the employees, and selling all the planes. That's what they said. And I was like, oh, great. They're firing everybody. No one's there to fly the planes. They're not going to have any planes. And now the stock just faux show broed and broke over VWAP at 270. So we bought it. And next thing you know, you got a 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. These are the greatest times to be a trader. And you Pixie 1180, come on. Come on.
Please, for the love of God.
It is so sick. It is the sickest market ever, and it just never ends. And my friend who said the fun thing here, he just said, I can't wait to short this Pixie. I'm with you, but you can't get in its way when it's raging. Inevitably, they all roll over and die. And that's why I always warn you about these stocks. You better have a good platform. You better you have to have a good, trigger finger. But let's talk about UPS for a second.
Yeah, please.
All right.
This was a great one yesterday.
Absolutely. Phenomenal. Yeah. But this is when the regular session starts. We go back to the regular stocks. Usually we just leave these Pixies in the dirt where they go back to. They're always just inevitably they'll take a dirt nap and never come back. Just like GoPro. We were talking about GoPro yesterday. Remember that stock? Anyway, what we do for a living is we trade normal stocks most of the time. This is just the casino stuff. This trade is my favorite trade. So you got a company reports earnings. Everybody knows UPS. And if you guys aren't following me, I hope you guys.
Kenny, big double beat yesterday. Huge stock goes way up, right? Yeah, that how it goes.
Right, double beat, right? And we come in and we think of one thing: when do we short it? Now again, Tesla was the same thing, but it never emerged as a short, and it broke a double top, and it was off to the races to 250. I didn't trade it because I don't like buying gapped up stocks. The gap and go was always an elusive trade to me because I like the fade makes more sense to me. People who took the action yesterday are getting paid and they want to take their profit. So when UPS rolled over and it broke the blue line, bang, bang. So I'm a shorter when it breaks the blue line and breaks the new low. And then our target is the orange line, which is prior day VWAP or multiple time frame VWAP. And again, look what happened to the stock afterwards. And it just meandered there for the rest of the day. That was it. So the idea is that each day, again, these crazy ones are always there, like you said, and they're going on 30 years. But then you go back to focusing on the earnings report. So I got a couple today.
Wait, I want to read this comment in the chat because I identify with this personally, actually, from Christos. Wait, can I bring it up on the screen? There we go. Nobody gives me quit your day job and trade FOMO like Kenny. I totally agree, Christos. I have been debating, do I just quit my job and just trade with Kenny every day? Should I just do that?
Actually, you want to come to my house? I'm lonely. It's just me and the dog every day. Yeah,
I'm not that far from you. I'm like an hour away. I'll swing by.
Right on. And also buy silver if you want some FOMO. Keep buying the silver, man. Keep buying the silver. I love the silver.
Yeah. God damn. Anyway, all right. Hitthebid.com, guys. Kenny's there right now. His room has been open for like an hour already this morning, and he's open all day. Trading through the open, obviously, and really keep the room open, until the close.
Hang on. Let me give you a couple of ones. You want to trade? You want to go old school? How about Colgate?
Okay.
How about? Okay. I think it's Colgate, right? CL.
Yeah, it's Colgate Palmolive, sure.
Right. So here you go. They reported their earnings. They were probably good, but the stock starts rolling over. There's the 1 minute. There's the multi-day. There's the reversal. But look, there's the blatant rigging. A stock just reported earnings. Big company like this still floating between half numbers and whole numbers. So now that it held the 94. We look at these prices where it broke down from, which is the 96.50. And if it consolidates between the 94 and 96.50, we look for the reversion back. Oh, it's already happening. It's reversion back to the VWAP. So you want to trade real stocks? Come on, hang out with me. Listen, this is going on 30 years, and I'm still doing this. It's insane. But like I said, you find some of the crazy ones, gets the juices flowing in the morning, plus 18 cups of coffee. And then you go back to your normal stocks, like your Colgates and your Cokes yesterday, and the UPSs and the the 3Ms. And the best part, come and hang out. Come and hang out. Speaking of that, next Thursday, let me talk about next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to do next Thursday is I love trading so much, and I love talking and helping people. Apple and Amazon are reporting earnings. So Thursday night, we're going to get together. We're going to have some cocktails. We're going to put on some Grateful Dead. And then at about 7:30, we're going to have a couple guys on from Trade Pulse. They're going to talk about institutional order flow, really what I'm all about. Love institutional order flow, gives you a heads up about VWAP. Anything volume, I'm interested. And then from 8 to about 9:30, I'm going to go over how I chart these trades and look for the fades, where to place your stops, where your entry points are. And I'm going to give you a little glimpse in what I'm going to do. Sometime in November, I'm going to have another class. But next Thursday night, if you're not doing anything, I don't know what game is going to be on at that point, but we might be a little distracted if the Yankees World Series is on. I mean, it probably will be a game there. But
don't forget, it's Halloween as well.
Right. So, we'll see. We'll get there. Right. We'll do an hour and a half or so. But yeah, don't make plans next Halloween.
I will send out emails. If you're on our email list, you'll get an email about it. How about that? Kenny, have a good weekend, man. All right.
All right. Be careful out there.
All right. Next Thursday is a big day for us here. So he mentioned the Amazon. We got the Apple as well, earnings on Thursday after the close. So here's what we're going to do on Thursday. We're going to do, we said we would do more of those like earnings streams. We did one for NVIDIA like a month ago when they reported. So we're going to do like an afternoon earnings stream Thursday at like from 3:45 to 4:45, somewhere around there, where we're like kind of talking about Apple and Amazon and all these companies as they report. We'll do that, and then that'll stop at like 4:45, and then later on at like 7:30, Kenny will hop on, do his own stream. Where at this point the reaction is, the markets had more time to digest the news. It's the end of the after-hour session, so there's more price action to go off of. And so we got two after-hour streams happening next Thursday. We'll talk more about that next week, but we got a lot going on. Any day that Apple and Amazon report together is going to be a big day. So we'll talk about that next week. Okay, maybe don't quit your day job, people, but I do recommend checking out Kenny's room. What's up, Steve? Sorry.
Yeah, thanks for the timing. Have time to finish my what do you call these things with the syrup in them?
A waffle?
Sausage McGriddle. And yeah, Rachel, I was watching the Bill.
Oh, we just lost Strazza's internet.
It was great to listen.
It's funny when JC. Oh wait, Steve, you're back. Sorry, you lost the what?
Was I breaking up? I'm having internet issues.
Yeah, that was you. Wait, say that again. You were mid sentence.
I was telling Rachel I was watching the Mark Cuban Bill Maher bit. I think he's so great, but I think Joe Scarborough is really annoying.
Yeah, I don't really watch a whole lot of shows like that. So I don't like people.
I watch the crazy British guy every week, and they're funny. I watch Bill Maher and John Oliver on HBO.
Oh, John Oliver. I had to stop watching his show. I find him amusing, but
aggressive.
His show is I had to. I was like, no more. It was like
he nails some of the stuff he goes into, and then there's other topics that are just like a hard pass.
Look, you can't nail them all. You can't nail them all. I like when he does things that are like totally off the beaten path that like I wouldn't have thought about if not for him. Like I don't need him to tell me about Trump, you know what I mean? But like whatever. Point is, it's a good show, but it was a little bit too depressing, so I just stopped watching. I'm surprised Kenny wasn't in the Capri Holdings, man. Down 45%. Last I checked, the DOJ says no to this merger. Remember that Tapestry, right? Tapestry
trying to buy Coach, or Coach was trying to buy them.
Tapestry, which is the owner of Coach / Kate Spade, was trying to buy Capri, who is the owner of Jimmy Choo, Versace, Michael Kors. That merger is now on the floor.
Coach is bigger than Michael Kors. Surprised by that. No?
Well, it's Coach plus Kate Spade.
Who the hell's that?
Kate Spade?
Shoes, right? She's a shoe lady?
No, it's handbags.
Oh. There's so many of these handbag designers,
Yeah.
Can we really keep track of them all? And the DOJ is not letting them get together.
DOJ says not so fast. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, I was right. I know things.
40% on this though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, dude. Okay. So the market wasn't expecting this from the DOJ. That's all that means.
Yeah. And herein, what, like, I've said this before, but like, if you are I want to find what the takeover price would have been. If you are like one of these people that does risk arb, M&A, merger arb, this is your downside right here, right? Because this can happen in your face, and you wake up one day and you're down 40%.
Hold on. There's some disinformation in the chat.
Oh,
Phil's hilarious. Do you find your internet has been more patchy since you sold Palantir? That's funny. I didn't sell Palantir. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I made some comments. We closed out our calls. Maybe that's what you're thinking. But no. Still own the same amount of Palantir common stock as I ever have. I don't think I was unclear about that either, Spencer.
Oh, it was going to be. Oh wow. Okay, so the takeover price for Capri was going to be $57 per share. So yesterday closed at like 41.5, which tells you that that is a very large spread. It's a very wide spread, right, between the takeover price and the where it was trading at. So it tells you the market was not at all convinced this was going to happen, and DOJ had previously sued, so this was up in the air already that this was a possibility. But yeah, to go from 41 to now it was at $18. I mean, what is it now? It's at $21 right now. So yeah,
I don't think this was Lena Khan this time, T-Man. I would love it if it was. Love just pouring it on how bad they've been over at the FTC. But this was a DOJ situation, what I understand.
I mean, yeah, the whole reason Spirit's in this mess is because the DOJ came for that. It could have been the FTC. I can't keep them straight, but they came for that deal as well. So it's not always, I don't know.
Guys, it's very important. There are stocks, there are options. We put on short-term trades, we put on long-term trades. So yeah, we had to close out our Palantir calls. We can't hold them forever. Like we literally legally can't hold them forever. They expire. There's an expiration date. So yeah, we sold those. We had to. Great trade.
You've been on a bit of a heater of late, Steve. You're
selling doubles almost every day out here.
Yeah, the Palantir. You had there was a miner. There was a miner. There was a couple of silvers in there. There was a miner right in there.
Got doubles in both silver miners. We did one longer term, one shorter term. So double free ride on both. And then the ARKK stuff selectively keeps working, whether it's the Peloton or the Robinhood, keeps getting the doubles in the ARK stuff. I thought we would get a double in the flagship fund because of Tesla, but we're not quite there. Not quite there. Actually, I thought the reaction was only up what? So how is that the case? So Spencer, yesterday, Tesla was up over 20%, no?
Yeah, best day in a long time.
Yeah, since like 2013 or something.
Yeah.
And then we only get 3.5% in ARKK. All right.
I don't know what I can look at the weightings right now if you want me to.
It's big. It's the biggest one. Anyway.
If you go to here, I'll tell you right now. Well, I can look across the family, but if you look at just ARKK. Yeah. Tesla is what? Is that right? That can't be right. It's smaller than I thought.
And then did you do the ServiceNow earnings yesterday? Did I miss that?
No.
We could do them now because I just love what's going on over here.
Wait, this data can't. There's no way Tesla is the 33rd largest company in ARKK. That cannot be right. No, there's no way. That's data has to be wrong.
So, are there even 33 companies in it?
Yeah, that can't be wrong. That can't be right.
So don't worry about it. Let's do. Yeah. Can we do a ServiceNow read? Do you have it? I can pull it up.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I've been doing?
This chart.
I was telling JC yesterday. I've started asking AI if a given earnings report was good or bad. So
and how is AI doing?
Well, I don't know. Right. By the way, I don't think we have a now chart, but if you could drop it in there, because Fonz had a dip. I don't know if you knew
Oh,
that.
I got you.
Yeah. Service now. Here are the numbers. This is from yesterday after the close. No, Wednesday after the close. Sorry, 2 days ago. Very significant. I would call it a nice beat. $3.72 versus 346. Sales beat 2.79 versus 2.74 billion. They raised their revenue guidance for the fiscal year. As not by a lot, but a raise is a raise. They announced partnerships with NVIDIA and Snowflake.
Dude.
And a few others as well. Those are the ones that jump out to me.
They're a huge NVIDIA partner, and they have been for years now. This is one of the top AI trades, in my opinion. We've been saying that, but it's been working far better than, I don't know what, anything besides NVIDIA lately. Palantir, maybe. Here's the chart. Check this thing out. I gotta drop in the Slack.
Okay.
And they're also like massive. This is just a giant mega cap tech company. In other words, it's in that basket. It's in that group of the best market leaders. You had that little scoop below the prior cycle highs. That was the Salesforce earnings call, I believe. You got a big sell-off in the service now back in late May, and then bang. And I don't know why my data won't update, because I just got back to my desk at 8:32 this morning.
What? Okay.
I just rolled up to my dude. I was so tired I couldn't get out of bed this morning.
Oh,
my alarm went off at 6.
You were home though. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, we got home late last night. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But no, look, the market's doing just fine out here. We're at all-time highs just last week. A little give back is healthy. Pick your spots.
Yeah, man. It's been. I mean, it's been
Big red candle.
A couple days ago, right? I think it was Tuesday. I don't even remember anymore.
People are telling me we had a failed breakout in small caps. How many failed breakouts could you have before you get an actual breakout? IWM.
Small caps
around over here.
Yeah, but that's like that's been the story. They've been sucking.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
they need to stop sucking. I think it would make sense if they stopped sucking.
I don't know. They've lagged like this entire cycle. So
China's still coiling.
Stay with the trend, maybe.
I don't think the cycle ends and we say, oh, small caps never work, though. You know what I mean? Does this bull market end and small caps don't make a new high? Like the all-time high still stands from 2021?
I mean, okay. So here, let's look at.
You know what I mean? They got to do more. We need more from small caps. And I think it's coming.
Yeah, small caps making a new high does not. Like, that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, I care more about the relative performance, right?
It would just be a strange thing to happen in a bull cycle. If you look at the other indexes and the way that they've blown through their prior cycle highs, that's usually the case. Usually in a bull market, you make a new record high in these indexes.
Like the IWM making a new all-time high, that can't be like a victory lap for anybody, right?
No, because if you've been holding this, if this has been your vehicle for this bull market, you've really whiffed. They're only 10% away from new highs.
So if the IWM is gonna say go to like 250 or whatever, and you're like you still you whiffed on this entire thing, right? So
yes.
I don't think anybody's like holding out hope or holding on to that as like their thing, because it doesn't say anything about what's happened, right? Because you've underperformed every other group. So it can make a new all-time high, but that doesn't mean anything. That means nothing to me as far as a bullish argument, because
they were great back in 2016 this time, but they're not moving in the same way regional banks are moving ahead of the election.
Sean wants to short a regional bank.
Huh?
Sean, you missed it yesterday. Sean wanted to short a regional bank. I think he did, actually.
Short one? He wanted to short one?
Yeah.
No. Did you?
I think he did.
They let him do it? See, I can't miss these analyst meetings. Every time I miss an analyst meeting, I swear to God, everybody, every time I miss an analyst meeting, I come back, I'm like, how the fuck did they put this trade on? So now we're shorting regional banks ahead of...
No, just Sean. There's nobody else, just Sean.
I'm sure that Sean did it in a way where he's like protecting the downside, because regional banks could be up 10% on election day.
I
You
think
definitely
he
wanna,
he was looking for a hedge. He was looking for a hedge. That's all.
yikes.
That's
Don't let the politics lose your
I
money,
don't
guys.
think he was.
This time of year.
I don't think he was. I think he was just looking for a hedge. It was that simple. So, okay. I don't know what else. My list was pretty short today. I just wanted to talk about that Capri, because it's not every day you wake up and stock is down to 50%, which it basically is right now. Next week, huge week on the earnings front. I talked about Amazon and Apple on Thursday, but next week is probably going to be is I think we have Meta here. Let's pull up a calendar here real fast. Let's talk about it just for a second. All right, we've got Alphabet. Oh my goodness, everybody reports next week. All right, we got Alphabet on Tuesday. These are all going to be more or less after the close. We got Microsoft on Wednesday. We got Apple, Amazon Thursday. Where is my Meta? Meta is on Tuesday? No, Wednesday. Meta's Wednesday. Sorry, can't read. All of them, and then of course the companies that like JC would like scoff at, but I think like still matter or are worth noting, like Ford, for example. Like it matters to me. Like Comcast, right? Humana, Merck, Caterpillar, right? These are all, we have Exxon and Chevron on Friday, right? Shell and BP are also next week. So we got a lot of oil and gas. We got a lot of pharma next week. We got AbbVie. We got Pfizer. Novartis is next week. Eli Lilly is next week. The next week is the week. That's the week. So that's what we'll talk. I hope we'll talk about them a lot, because it's
I'm bummed that Ford has earnings. I don't want to we have too many earnings trades on right now in the option strategy. But this little base in Ford, and you got this massive gap from the last earnings report, it looks like, back in July. Ooh, that's a sexy setup. Release coming up here. I don't know if JC would scoff at these kinds of stocks.
Well, he would at Ford. He wouldn't scoff at like Novartis, or maybe he would. I don't know.
Hey, these GLP-1s.
Oh yeah, you missed that while you were out.
What happened? Did you talk about it?
Well, yeah, there was a thing. First of all, does Hims count as a GLP-1 play? I don't even know if it does.
So, they are trying to sell them, but it was only because there was a supply shortage. So they were selling like knockoff GLP-1s, I guess.
Yeah, and then Novo is like, no, we don't want them doing that anymore. That was the headline. They're trying to like
everybody be doing that to them. Like what I will say about Hims is, seems like they have some tremendous operators over there. Their speed to market is incredible. Like they're getting in these markets, like COVID hit, and then all of a sudden they were allowed to sell antidepressants and like Xanax to people online, which is absolutely absurd. So like they're in there doing it whenever there's an opportunity. But can you blame Novartis or Eli Lilly for being like, what the hell? You can't let them do this? Because here's the problem. Yeah. There's all of these reports about the bad of GLP-1s, right? And some of it's probably very real, but a lot of it's probably really fake too. And if you have somebody out there selling knockoffs, that really doesn't help the situation for the guys that are selling the real thing.
It's true. Yeah. And like, but you wouldn't know that they were like quote unquote knockoffs. You wouldn't know.
You don't know, dude. I mean, right? The other stuff they're selling is they do the weight loss stuff, and it's a lot of ED.
They do the Viagra knockoff. Yeah. Again, knockoff. They do the hair. They do the hair loss. They do the weight loss. They do mental, like anxiety, depression.
But they can't. I'm pretty sure they're not doing it really much anymore, because that's been pulled from them also. But back during pandemic, that was big for them. But that's cool. That's what's cool about the business, right? They keep finding new growth drivers. It's probably tough to have.
That's one way of looking at it.
What?
That's how you present. I might say they're chasing the latest shiny object, but sure, you could say they're looking for the next growth driver.
They've done well. They've done well objectively, because look at what the stock has done.
Yeah, Yeah. It's one of the very few of these Spackies that came back. So
Hymns.
Good
Hymns
for
and
them.
prayers. All right.
Yeah.
That's good. You
All
want to
right.
go make some trades?
Yeah, well, let's do recess. Actually, I haven't done recess for a couple days, or feels like we haven't, at least, and I wanted to say something. Big day, big weekend, World Series, Game 1 tonight, in Los Angeles, 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are just a casual baseball fan, or even just a casual sports fan, you want to watch this series. I don't think I have to sell anyone on it, but it's got like 5 of the biggest stars in baseball, 5 of the best players in baseball, the 2 best teams in baseball, the 2 teams with the biggest payrolls in baseball, with the most success in baseball. It's got everything, all the storylines, all the drama.
Great
And
ratings.
it starts tonight. It's going to be amazing, and I'm starting to get nervous.
So would you rather the Dodgers be in there than the Mets then? Saying all these nice things. Or were you rooting for a Subway Series?
Well, a Subway Series would have been easier for me to go to a game, because it's 5 games in New York, or 7 games in New York, not like 3. I am going to a game.
Are you? Which one?
I am going on Tuesday.
Oh,
On
awesome.
Tuesday I'm going. Where that's game 4.
Good
I'm
for
going
you.
game 4 on Tuesday. I am. I'm very. I've never been to a World Series game in my life. I never even had the chance to go, so I'm very excited for that. But I'm starting to get nervous. Game 1's tonight, and it's the biggest game that I can remember for the Yankees. It seems like so. So yeah, go Yanks, baby. Let's go. This is it.
I'm definitely rooting for the Yankees. LA's a dump. It's terrible. Yeah.
When I was in LA, we avoided the dumpy part of LA. I had a fantastic time there when I was there in August. I would totally go back and do the same thing again. But everyone says that LA can be dumpy, at least like
I was even shocked. I've been going to San Diego my whole life. People are walking around the streets like zombies, just sitting outside.
San Diego is rough. It's especially where the office is, and it's like a hipster neighborhood, but it's also like tons of homeless. Gaslamp Quarter. It's tough.
The scene from The Office.
Yeah.
Yesterday, let me tell you, we were all working, and my girlfriend was just looking out the window for hours.
Yeah.
Because it's that entertaining. It's terrible.
I don't know if I call it entertaining, but yeah,
it's you can't take your eyes away from it. It's that. So whatever you want to call it, but it was.
I think it's a California thing.
I don't know what kind of drugs they're taking, but they literally look like zombie people.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. Our homeless people here are sweet as can be. They're fantastic. They collect golf balls and sell them back to the golfers. They live a nice life. They got little hammocks right off the overseas highway. They don't bother anybody. They're delightful. San Diego, oh my God, dude. I don't know where
you live in a climate that facilitates that. I don't live in a climate that facilitates being homeless. So
good thing.
It's a little harder. But yeah. Anyway, go Yanks, go baseball. If you're saying it's bad for baseball, you're flat out wrong. That's what I got. You got anything?
No, go Yankees. I'm with you, brother.
Let's do this.
Great weekend, everybody.
All right, have a good weekend. We do have an off the charts going live, I think, or maybe we don't. Shit, no, I don't think we do.
No, we didn't do one.
No, you didn't do one. All right, we'll be back on Monday then. How about that? Monday we are talking to. Let's give you a quick preview. Monday's show.
We got.
We're gonna have. Oh, a new guest on Monday. Yes, Michael Antonelli.
Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yep.
We just saw him. Yeah. Okay, great.
Oh, you just saw him?
Not this one. The last one in Huntington Beach.
Cool. Michael will be on Monday's show. Very excited. At Bull and Baird on Twitter. Great handle. All right. We'll see you guys there. Smash the like. Thanks for watching. All right.
Goodbye, everybody.